Imagine a morning where the sun rises, but the flowers do not open. A spring where the trees bloom, but no fruit follows. A garden full of silence, a world full of hunger. What if I told you this world is not far from ours? What if all the bees disappeared? Number 1. The collapse of pollination. It would not begin with a bang. There would be no breaking news, no sirens, just the absence of a sound. The hush that follows a miracle that is gone. Bees pollinate over 70% of the world's food crops. Apples, berries, coffee, almonds, all of it depends on their golden dusting dance. Without bees, these crops don't grow. Markets shrink, diets dull, our plates lose color and flavor. It would be the slow starvation of the planet's joy. Number 2. The food chain breaks. But the bees don't just feed us. They feed the animals. Clover and alfalfa gone. Cattle starve. Milk dries up. Wild deer and bears find no berries, no bloom, no balance. The great wheel of life begins to break, and the earth grows hungry. Number 3. Economic collapse. The economy would shudder. Farmers would lose everything. Billions in crop value gone. Artificial pollination? A desperate attempt to do what bees once did for free. But machines can't feel the flower. They don't carry purpose in their wings. The poor will starve. The rich will ration. And the world will divide again, not by power, but by who can still afford an apple. Number 4. Loss of beauty. Wildflowers will stop blooming. Birds will stop singing. The buzzing joy of spring will be replaced by silence. Forests will forget their perfumes. Children may grow up never knowing the sound of a summer meadow. Without bees, the earth loses its soul. The symphony of nature goes mute. Number 5. The spiritual loss. A beehive is more than a box of insects. It is a kingdom of order, unity, purpose, a sacred rhythm of life. Bees teach us to work without pride, to give without asking, to create sweetness from struggle. Their disappearance would not just be ecological, it would be spiritual, a holy message ignored too long. Number 6. The disruption of seasons when spring stops arriving. Springtime is not just a date on the calendar. It is a ceremony, a divine orchestration of blossoms, fragrance, and life. Bees are the secret conductors. They wake the trees. They nudge the petals. They whisper to the earth, "It's time." Without them, the rhythm breaks. Seasons may come and go, but spring will feel hollow, a shell of what it once was. And earth, once a living clock, begins to forget how to tell time. Number 7. The genetic bottleneck, collapse of biodiversity. Each bee carries more than pollen. It carries life codes between flowers. This cross-pollination maintains the strength, variety, and future of plant species. Without it, genetic pools dry up, crops become fragile, vulnerable to disease, susceptible to extinction. We will be left with monocultures, lifeless fields of sameness, engineered, tasteless, soulless. When biodiversity collapses, it doesn't shout. It disappears quietly until it's too late to bring it back. Number 8. The vanishing of honey, the death of earth's last sweetness. What is honey if not the soul of the flower, distilled through the labor of love? A bee visits thousands of blossoms to make a single spoonful of gold. Honey is more than food. It is a gift from the wild, the taste of summer sun, sealed in golden silence. For centuries, honey nourished children and sweetened the bitter edges of life. But if the bees disappear, this gift vanished. No more honey in the tea of the sick. No more ancient remedies passed down from grandmother to child. No more golden jars hidden in temples, waiting for generations yet to come. The last sweetness of the earth would be lost, not because it ran out, but because the hands that made it are gone. And in that emptiness, the world grows colder. Number 9. Collapse of indigenous knowledge, the wisdom we lose. In many ancient cultures, bees are not insects. They are ancestors, messengers, symbols of the sacred balance between man and earth. Tribes across continents have harvested honey for generations, not just as food, but as ritual, as communication with the divine. When bees vanish, so too does this ancient wisdom. The songs, the stories, the sacred ways. We don't just lose nature, we lose memory. And a part of the human soul disappears into the silence. Number 10. The final warning. collapse of responsibility. If bees vanish, it will not just be a tragedy, it will be a verdict, a final whisper from the earth, telling us that we have failed to notice, failed to protect, failed to respect the sacred contact between creation and caretaker. The bees are not just dying, they are asking us to change, to slow down, to listen. Because if they go, it is not only nature that dies, it is our own future we bury beneath the silence. Some say, if bees go, humanity has only 4 years to live. Whether that's true or not, it is the silence that should scare us. A world without bees is a world without bloom, without sweetness, without spring. Save the bees. Plant for them. Protect their world. Learn from them, because their future is our fate.